What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Hopefully everything is going good, y'all. Hey, making sure mic check, making sure my mic is all right, making sure we're good here, cause I don't have flight here with me to make sure that all my audio is good, uh, but I know we should be good for the most part. There we go. There we go. We letting everybody come in. Listen, the NFL schedule just released, y'all. I am just getting it posted. On my social medias right now. For the next hour and a half, we're gonna talk nothing but football. I am so excited. I got that boy D Brown will be joining me in the back half of this live stream. I'm so excited, man. I'm so excited. Let me pull up the chat here. D Brown is in the chat. NFL is lit. I see Chris. Let's go. Let's go. Sound good and look good. No puffy. Appreciate it, DB. I just wanted to get that confirmation. So if you can, if you're here right now, make sure y'all make sure y'all share this on your social media page. We're just talking football today. I'm so excited, y'all. It is NFL schedule release day, and we have now officially got the schedule for the 2026 season. So on this live stream, we're going to be breaking down some of the biggest games. We're going to be breaking down some of the biggest teams and some of their schedule and see how they kind of got it going on. Of course, we're going to get to the Houston Texans as well, as their schedule just released. And so I'm so excited to get to talk about this. But before we get into any of that, this is your boy Peachy Perfect, and welcome to the Don't Cancel Me channel as we're doing a special NFL live schedule release show. Your boy Peachy Perfect is here, no V, no flight. We will be back live later tonight for the Drake album release listening party. So if you are a Drizzy fan, or if you're not a fan and you just want to come and hear the music so you can talk trash, make sure you come back right here live on this channel when we go live about 11:30. I don't know exactly what time. I think I want to say 11:30. We want to give it a little time to hit Apple Music. So we'll be going live. It's going to be a late night. NFL schedule, Drizzy Drake, what a Thursday. But let's get into it. Of course, the NFL strikes again as being the most dominant sports league we have probably ever seen. It has found a way to dominate headlines from I'm gonna say from training camp in July, excuse me, all the way until the schedule release. The NFL has found a way to stay relevant all year long. The perfect model. What other league do you get excited for the release of a schedule? There's no other league that can do it. The NBA, you can't get hyped. The MLB, none of these other leagues you can get as excited for as the national football, and that's because of the scarcity of the games. It's only 17 games. Each game matters. When you play people matters. When you get your bye week matters. How many games are at home on how many games are do you have back to back at home or on the road? All this stuff matters. This is why we get excited as football fans about the NFL schedule. One of the things that we look forward to in our schedule is when do we get to rest? You know, with all these international games, which we'll get into later, and all these games on Wednesdays and Thursdays, I think the NFL has a game on every day this week other than Tuesday. And I think that's the off day in the NFL. So I don't think they would ever put a game on Tuesday. But yes, this year we have a couple games on Wednesday. The start of the season kicks off on Wednesday, which we'll talk about here shortly. But the start of the season kicks off on Wednesday. We're going to Australia. We're going to Spain. We're going to Mexico City. We're going to Germany. We're going all over the globe with it. So rest is so important in the NFL season because that yeah, the health of your players is a huge factor on if you can make a Super Bowl run. So that's one of the things that we look forward to in NFL schedule. Another thing too is when do we play our division games? Division games can make or break a season. Can you win your division? I mean, you have to do more than just beat everybody in your division. But when you play these division games, when you play them, where you play them, and when and as far as locations, home and away, do we have them home in the beginning of the season? Is it going to be away? Do we? It's all division games are so important. No matter what the record is, those games are going to be a higher level of difficulty just because they're the opponent that know you the most. So this is why we pay attention so much to the NFL schedule because all of this matters. All of this, the difficult schedule, the easy schedule. The Patriots had the easiest schedule in the last 30 years last year, made the Super Bowl. So that is why it's important to see your schedule when it comes to difficulty. Primetime games. Primetime games. I do have the list of some of the primetime games. So if y'all see me looking over here, if you see me looking this way, I'm looking at my phone. And if you see me looking this way, I'm looking at my iPad. I couldn't get the share screen to work. So we're just gonna have to do it this way, and I'm gonna add it in post-production. So let's get into it. I am excited. Let's start with the prime time games. I do have the Sunday night. What is this I'm looking at? Yes, I have the Sunday night football slate, and so they did a really good job, I think, on some Sunday night football games. Just to name out some of them, you do have the Patriots and the Seahawks, who will kick off the NFL season. I know it's not Sunday night, but this is giving me the Sunday night games and the NBC games, so it is kicking off as a Sunday night football game. Week 1, Patriots and Seahawks, a rematch of the Super Bowl, which wasn't really the most exciting Super Bowl. I see this game kind of going similar to the Super Bowl start. I do see the Seahawks starting the season off 1-0. But the actual first Sunday night football game will be the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants, which is also one of my key matchups. I'm so excited for this game because I do feel like the Giants are going to be so much of a better football team. Jackson Dart, God, I'm drawing a blank right now, but what is the running back? The big white boy, I cannot think of his name but y'all know who. I'm just drawing a blank right now, but we know who he is. I know he got injured last year, and I'm so excited for them to get a different coach, John Harbaugh, who has a history of winning in this league. So I do think that team is going to be a lot better. Malik Neighbors is coming back off an injury. I'm so excited to see Giants and Cowboys as the first Sunday night football game. And then week 2, we have the Colts and the Chiefs. I don't know what the Colts did to get a Sunday night football game that early in the season, but we'll probably go cut the yard or something during that game. Week 3 is the Rams and the Broncos on Sunday night football. I'm just going in order at this point, y'all. Thank you, Scatterbo. Thank y'all, Scatterbo. I'm sorry. I just drew a blank. I apologize. Week 4, Lions and Panthers. I'm just going in order at this point. Then Ravens and Falcons. Week 6, Cowboys and Packers. That's going to be a lot of fun as a Sunday night football game. Every time them two teams get together. Week 7, Chiefs and Seahawks. Week 8, Eagles and Commanders. Week 9, Buccaneers and Bears, which I do think can be a sneaky, really sneaky good game. Week 10, Steelers and Bengals. Vikings and 49ers. Chiefs and Bills, which I believe this is the Thanksgiving week, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Of course, week 13, Texans and Steelers. Week 14, Bills and Packers. Week 15, Lions and Vikings, Jaguars and Cowboys. Week 17, Eagles and 49ers. Of course, there is no week 18 Sunday. Oh, there is a week 8. This is week 17 is where's week 18? Oh, they don't know who the Sunday night game is. That's right. Because it's to be determined. They normally make that the biggest game of the season, which normally has to go for a division or for a division title or a conference title or a playoff spot, something along that. So week 18, they'll give it to us. But what a great Sunday night football. I want to look at the Monday night football primetime slots. I'm not gonna go through each and every one of these, but just a couple notables. Week 3, Eagles and Bears. The Bears have it. I think they have the most difficult schedule. Which for a young quarterback, and how they escaped a lot of games last year, that can be costly for Caleb Williams. So I'm excited to see what the Bears and Caleb Williams do with this with the toughest schedule. But we'll talk about how I feel about that stuff in a little bit. We got Bills and Rams, which is going to be a lot of fun. Cowboys and Eagles, once again, just that rivalry is always going to be undefeated. It's just an amazing rivalry. Bills and Vikings, Chargers and Ravens, Cowboys and Seahawks in Week 13. That should be interesting. And the Texans and Packers have the last Monday Night Football game. So I'm excited for that game, of course, a Texans fan, but we'll get to that as soon as we get to the AFC South here in just a second. So Monday Night Football definitely has some good hits, and Thursday night is always a wash, but just looking at it, like they have some solid games: Lions and Bills, Falcons and Packers, Buccaneers and Cowboys. Always an opportunity to see Baker Mayfield in prime time. Week 11, Texans and Colts. Division rival game is going to be a lot of fun. 49ers and Chargers in week 15. Week 16, we are back on Thursday night. Texans and Eagles in week 17. Ravens and Bengals. So I do think the Thursday night football slate, just looking off the top, just looking from the beginning of the season, looks a lot better than a lot of other games in the history of Thursday night football. So of course I can't count. I don't know. Let me see. Let me count how many Cowboys. See, the Cowboys have one. They have one. They have one on Thursday night. Let me see how many on Monday night. They have one on Thursday night. They have two, three. They have three on. I mean, that's three primetime total. Let me go look at Sunday night. And then Sunday night, they have one, two, one, two. So that's five, six. So they have six. So the Cowboys have six primetime games, and the NFL's infatuation with the Dallas Cowboys never cease to amaze me every single year. They get all these primetime games, but I get it. They're the most captivating team in all of football. You either want to watch them because you're a fan, or you want to watch them to see them lose. So I get it. So them having six primetime games is pretty dope. So moving on, y'all, to the AFC South. I am starting with the AFC South because I am going to talk about the Houston Texans right out the gate. Our schedule is released. I am trying to pull up the schedule really quick. Bam. The schedule is out, and I must say, I'm not the biggest fan of the schedule. It's not from a competition standpoint. It's from a season ticket standpoint, from a tailgating standpoint. I'm not that fond of the schedule. One thing that kind of stuck out to me out the rip was how the Texans, how they gave us one primetime game at home. We're on the road against the Steelers on Sunday night. We're on the road against the Eagles on a Christmas Eve on a Friday, a Thursday night, and then we are on the road the following week on Monday night against the Green Bay Packers. So I'm not the biggest fan of that. And all of those games come at the end of the season. And we all know the NFL is not about how you start in September. It's about how you get going in October. I mean, excuse me, in November and December. And I must say, we have a very difficult November, December stretch. Our November starts off with the Chargers on November 8th. I'm sorry, it might be my okay, yeah, that's right. November 8th, we play the Chargers. Then we go and play the Cleveland Browns on the 15th. We're home against the Colts 4 days later on the 19th. 10 days later, we're playing the Baltimore Ravens at home. Then we have the Steelers, then the Commanders, then the Jaguars, then the Eagles, then the Packers, and we end the season with the Titans. So that after the bye week stretch is going to be brutal. But I'm excited. And I do think our team will be able to handle the challenge. We're not going to go into individual games. Well, I'm going to save that for another video outside the stream. But I do love that this year we are opening up the season at home. I did predict that because we were on the road the last two season openers where we went up against the Ravens and we went up against the Rams last year in LA. So I kind of had an idea that this year they would open up the season at home. And not only did they give us opener against the Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, they gave us back-to-back games against the Bills and the Bengals. Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. Our defense is going to be tested out the gate early in the season. And then we play the Dallas Cowboys, which was another big game I was looking for. We play them in week 4, which is on October 4th. So the Dallas Cowboys game, the Bills, that's three. Our first 4 weeks of the season is against three really good quarterbacks. The Bills, the Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Dak Prescott. And so we're gonna be able to be tested out the gate. So hopefully everybody goes through training camp and gets healthy. Um, Moving on to another team. I want to go and look at the team that won our division last year because they'll be playing a first place schedule, and that is the Jacksonville Jaguars. Here they go right here. So listen, I want to look at this. Is my first time looking at the Jacksonville Jaguars schedule. They do open up the season against the Cleveland Browns, so that should be a good win for them. They got the Broncos, who knows with Bo Nix, the Patriots, who might not be as good, the Bengals. So their first four can easily come out and be 4 wins and start off 4-0 and start off hot. 3-1 is what I'm looking at the mid, probably 3-1, maybe 2-2 possibly. Week 5, I see week 6 the Texans do play the Jaguars in London, so our boys do get a chance to go in London. Hate them 8:30 in the morning games. The Colts and the Jaguars, they play on November 1st. Let's look. So the Colts schedule doesn't look too bad. I don't know where they finished in the difficulty of schedule. Let me see. The Jaguars are towards the bottom of the league in strength of schedule. So, but I don't really like strength of schedule before the season starts because I understand what they're doing. They're basing this off of last year's records, and I get that. But the one thing about the National Football League is that things change so fast in this league. And so, with that being said, you can't always be like, well, they're going to have this tough schedule because you don't know how the season unfolds. Someone who has the easy schedule, all the guys on their schedule might have great seasons. And now all of a sudden, this easy schedule that you had turned out to be very difficult. So I do believe in looking at difficulty of schedule as the season is going because that's how you get an accurate measurement on how that team is actually doing. Right now, you might have the Jets on your schedule, the Jets and the freaking the Jets, the Titans, and the Saints or something like that. But who knows? Them teams come out 6-0, 7-1, 8-2, and now you're looking at a completely different schedule. So I definitely get why they base it the way that they do. But you never know how this stuff is going to unfold. So, shout out to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Like I said, they won the AFC South last year, so we're gonna have to beat them to win the division. But I do feel really confident in the way that the schedules line up that we're going to be able to make that happen. So the Colts and the Titans, I do believe the Titans will be a lot better this season. And so for that, I do want to go look at their schedule because they are ranked at the bottom too. Our whole division is ranked towards the bottom in strength of schedule, but the Titans opening up the season against the Jets, the Eagles, the Giants, and the Ravens. So they have some tough games coming out. Then they play us, and then the Colts, then the Browns, then the Bengals. So they have a pretty tough stretch coming out the gate. But I do think the Titans will have a much better season than they did last year. I do think Robert Saleh has an opportunity to do what he had. Robert Saleh has an opportunity to do for the Titans what D'Amico did for the Texans. And I'm excited to see what he does, but I don't think they'll beat us, but I do think they'll be a tough matchup. So that looks like that looks like our AFC South picture. I'm not doing any rankings or any tough predictions because I'm doing that video later in the summer. So this is just an overall view of everything that's going on with the AFC South in the schedule. So, but with that being said, I want to move on to the NFC East. The NFC East is one of the more popular divisions in football because it has has the most popular team in all of sports, the Dallas Cowboys, another polarizing franchise, the New York Giants, one of the most noticeable fan bases in all of football, the Philadelphia Eagles, and just some team that's in the politic city of America, and that's the Washington Commanders. So they are very polarizing division because of the polarizing teams. Now, last year, who won this division? It was the Eagles, if I'm not mistaken. Was it the Eagles? Yes, it was. The Philadelphia Eagles won this division last year at 11-6. Now, the Cowboys finished 7-9-1, the Commanders finished 5-12, and the Giants finished 4-13. I do think that this season it will be a lot different than what we got last year. Now, will the Eagles remain on top? The betting favors probably say that they will, but I'm not so sure about that. We do know that AJ Brown is projected to be shipped out of there. I think they have to wait to the June 1st, whatever deadline in order to trade him. So we do know that they are going to be lacking a little bit offensively. They did draft Makai Lemon from USC, but he's just a rookie. He could burst on the scene and he could not. We don't know. We know there's going to be a Tay, Saquon, and Jalen Hurts show. And is that going to be good enough to win you football games in the following season? But let's look at the Eagles schedule and see how the division winners from the NFC East are going to do. Looks like they're going to open up the season against the Commanders. Then they play the Titans, then the Bears, then the Rams, then the Jaguars, the Panthers. And where is their strength of schedule? The Eagles' strength of schedule is kind of middle of the pack, looks like. Yeah, about middle of the pack. So that's good. They're about the middle of the pack. So, oh wait, are they? Am I missing something? Where's the Philadelphia Eagles? No, here they go. Well, they're not well, they're a little lower than I thought they were. But so their schedule, I was looking, their schedule didn't look too difficult. But their schedule does favor them to repeat as division winners. But I do think that it's this gonna come down. They have a stretch right here, man. The Eagles played the Eagles in the season playing the Colts, the Seahawks, the Texans, the 49ers, and the Giants. So the Eagles definitely are going to have to really get it together. And this team, at least take out the Super Bowl year, has not been as strong late in the season. Like I said, removing the Super Bowl year, they haven't been as strong late in the season as they probably would have liked to be. But nonetheless, it's scheduled, especially they have an opportunity to really get off to a really fast start. If they beat the Commanders, beat the Titans, let's just say they beat the Bears, that's 3-0 right there. And then the Rams, if you want to give them their first loss, that's one, and then the Jaguars. They can really start the season off 6-2, and as long as if they get themselves in a great position, then I think they'll be able to make the playoffs. But my pick to win this division, not win this division, but my pick to double their win total, one of my teams to double their win total will be the New York Giants. So if they won 4 games last year, I do see them winning 7, 8 games. So I do think the Giants are going to be really good this year. I really do. I don't know what it is about the Giants. I just like the makeup of their team. Last year when I was watching them play, their team just was out there, and I know this sounds cliche, but they were just having fun. And I actually picked the Giants to make a turnaround last year, and they ended up losing so many games at the I think they lost their, I think like it was like 8 out of 11 games, something like that. They all lost in like the last possession. So they were right there. And to me, when you're talking about last possession games, you're talking about the difference of coaching. Yes, it matters when you have a fumble here or interception here or a penalty here or whatever the case can be. But when you're talking one possession games, you're looking at coaching decisions in early in the game can really change, and I think that's where Harbaugh is going to be a huge difference maker for the New York Giants. So I'm excited to see them. I'm excited to see how their schedule rolls out. Like I said, the NFC East, excuse me, is one of those divisions that we all will be looking forward to because they always have these classic games: Eagles and Cowboys, Cowboys and Giants, Commanders and Giants. So I'm so excited to see um, if the Eagles can continue their dominance. Moving on to the AFC West. The AFC West is one of those games, one of those divisions, excuse me, where it can be looked at as one of the toughest divisions in football. The Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, you just can't you just can never count them boys out. They're going to be very good next year. Looking to bounce back after the bad season that they had last year. The Las Vegas Raiders just drafted Fernando Mendoza, and might I add had an incredible offseason and an incredible draft. So this is going to be. Did they find their franchise quarterback? If they did, this division can get a lot more interesting. Then you have the Los Angeles Chargers, which is just one of them teams that's good, but just missing something. And I don't see them fixing what they missed this coming up season. And then last but not least, it is the Denver Broncos, who of course was in the AFC Championship game last year, was the number one seed in the AFC. Bo Nix hurt his ankle. We still don't really know how he did it at the end of their divisional round playoff game, and it took him out for the championship game. I'm having a lot of flashbacks of what happened last season with the Texans, but he definitely hurt himself, which took him out the AFC Championship game, which hurt that team's chances to make the Super Bowl. So hopefully, we'll see. Can Denver repeat their same dominance? Can they ride off that same momentum? You already know, for those who love this sport, and it's really sports in general, it's not easy to get back. If you made it to the second round of the playoffs, you can't just automatically assume you're going to get back. If you made it to the Super Bowl, Joe Burrow made the Super Bowl his second season, haven't even gotten close to making it again. Is Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, they make it look like you show up every year, but that is reality says that is not the case. So we don't know if Denver will win. You got to go through a grueling season. You got to go through a tough division where this is probably the best quarterback coach division in football. Yes, the AFC West, the best quarterback coach division in football. Herbert, Harbaugh, Reed, Mahomes, Mendoza, and the I forgot the coach that they got from Seattle, the one that came from Seattle, the offensive coordinator, but he's Super Bowl winning coordinator, so I'm putting him up there. And then also, when I miss, oh, Sean Payton and Bo Nix. So that is the greatest quarterback coach division in the entire league. So we'll see how they pan out. But I'm excited to see what Fernando Mendoza. I see the Texans play the Raiders in the week 2 preseason game. So I am definitely going to go check him out and see him in his most likely NFL debut. Um Moving on to the AFC North. The AFC North is the Baltimore Ravens, the Cleveland Browns, the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the who am I missing? The Ravens, the Steelers, and the Bengals, and the Cincinnati Bengals. This division, it has too many storylines really to hold on to. The Ravens didn't even make the playoffs last year, so will Lamar Jackson get back to being the dominant quarterback that he is? The Steelers have Aaron Rodgers. Will Aaron Rodgers even play for the Pittsburgh Steelers? Nonetheless, when will he show up for camp and start practicing with his teammates? Then you have Joe Burrow, who cannot stay healthy. The team had a historically bad defense last year. They made some changes up front. I mean, they made some changes up front and in their defense to help them be better this season. And last but not least, the Cleveland Browns, Shador Sanders, Deshaun Watson, new coach. What will the Browns do? But they're not going to do anything, because at the end of the day, they're still the Browns. But that division probably has the best stories in all of football. So let's take a look at the schedule for the Baltimore Ravens. So the Ravens do open up the season against the Colts. What a game for them to kick off the season. The Saints in week 2, the Cowboys in week 3, which that game is in Rio de Janeiro. And we're going to talk about these international games in here in a little bit. But the Ravens week 4 against the Titans. Looking at their schedule, it doesn't look too grueling. I'm trying to see where their tough stretch is. Um, So it looks like their stretch is also, I think, will start with us, but they do have a bye week. So I will say they play us in week 12. The Texans and the Ravens play week 12 on November 29th. Week 13, the Ravens, I mean, the Ravens have a bye week. Then week 14, the Ravens and the Buccaneers. week 14 coming off the bye week. Week 15 the Steelers, week 16 the Browns, week 17 the Bengals, and week 18 the Steelers again. I don't know what it is about the Ravens and the Steelers, but they love putting them teams. They love having them play real close to each other. Like they don't really ever play once in the beginning of the season and then another time at the end of the season. They're always playing 2 out of 3 weeks or 2 out of 4 weeks or twice out of 5 weeks. It's always in a close proximity to one another, and that's one of the most physical rivals in the league. So we'll see if the Ravens have bounced back, but their schedule doesn't look too bad. And Joe Burrow, the Bengals, their biggest thing is they never start fast. Last year, the Bengals started pretty quickly. I mean, they got off to a good start, but then Joe Burrow got hurt. So it seemed like they can't catch a break. But will the Bengals get off to a quick start? Let's look at their first 5 games of the season because they are at home against the Buccaneers to start off week 1. For those who know me, I am a Baker Mayfield fan. I'm not going to just give that game to Joe Burrow. Tampa Bay, especially early in the season, Baker Mayfield is a baller. I don't know if they're going to win week 1. Week 2, they come to Houston. Number 1 defense. Offensive line, not as strong. I am afraid of their receiver matchups, but I'm going to take my team in that. Then they have a division game against the Steelers. Looks like they're on the road against Pittsburgh. And then week 4, they are at home against Jacksonville. And week 5, they are on the road against the Dolphins. So 3 of the first 5 games are on the road. They're playing Tampa Bay at home, and they're playing the Jacksonville Jaguars at home. I am seeing 2-3 getting started for the Bengals. So I hope that the Bengals come ready to play. Just because they never get off to a good start. So we'll see if the Bengals can really shake out of that. They'll be one of them teams we'll be really keeping our eye on. Moving on to our last division. Like can't go through every division. We'll be here all day. But going to our last division is probably the toughest division in the sport. This is the division of the reigning Super Bowl champions. We are going to the NFC West. I do think there will be another NFC West team in the Super Bowl this year, but it will not be the Seattle Seahawks. As of right now, I gotta wait till the offseason goes and the training camp goes before I make my video. But I do have the Rams making the NFC Championship game and going on to the Super Bowl. I do think they're the most complete team in that division. And if you don't have one of the craziest calls or craziest plays in NFL history where Sam Darnold threw the bubble pass behind the line of scrimmage, and then it bounced into the end zone, and then they picked it up, but everybody thought it was an incomplete pass. Turns out to be a touchdown. That one play changed the entire season. The entire season. That's how close the Rams, and the Seahawks came. The Rams and the Seahawks came to being champions last year. I do think that was the big difference. So let's go look at the potential Super Bowl team Rams. Let's see. Well, okay, hold on, Chris. Why I gotta relax? Why do you disagree? Do you disagree? Let me know. I'm gonna come back to it. Let me know. Let me know if you disagree with that. I'm gonna keep going. The Rams and the Seahawks. No, excuse me. The Rams and the 49ers opened up the season week 1. That's a tough game to start the season. I love it. I love it. The Giants, then the Broncos, then the Eagles, then the Bills. That's their first 5 games of the season. As always, they're going to get tested really early with a healthy 49ers team. Week 1, everybody's healthy, knock on wood, praying that everybody gets through training camp healthy. Week 1, you should have 2 healthy teams going at it. So this game, week 1 in the NFL, I never put a lot of credence on because anything can happen in week 1. You never know how week 1. You got a lot of grown men that's ready to hit somebody and been training all summer long. You've been going up against one another. Now you get to finally go up against somebody. Even the worst teams can play so inspired because week one, everybody thinks they can win the Super Bowl. Everybody thinks. That's why the real football and the real teams you don't find out until November and December. But this game can go either way. This could be one of them games. I don't think the 49ers is going to be as successful as they've been in previous years, but I do see the Rams possibly starting off slow in that game, just like they did week one against us last year and beat us 14-9. I do see this game kind of being like a 17-13 kind of game. Whichever way it goes. But after that, I do think the Rams will get rolling. Like I said, this is all barring injury, people. We know that it's not realistic that everybody's going to be we know that it's not realistic that everybody is going to be healthy, but just going off what we think and what we know, I feel like the Rams will get better throughout the season. So that is the Rams schedule. It looks like let me see if they have a tough stretch in here because they have the Broncos, Eagles, and the Eagles, and the Bills in week 3, 4, and 5. That can be a stretch. But it also looks like this is oh my God, these end of the season stretches. So the Rams have a bye week in week 11. After that bye week, here are the opponents. They're at home against the Packers, at home against the Chiefs, travel back to San Francisco, at home against the Cowboys, the Seahawks. On the road against Seattle in week 16, on the road against the Buccaneers in week 17, and then at home against the Seahawks in week 18. Once again, those 2 out of 3 games where you're playing division opponent, especially a good division opponent such as the Seahawks, that can make or break a season. So this stretch by the Rams can really, really determine if they're going to really make a Super Bowl run. If they can come out of this 7-game stretch with no more than 2 losses, be careful, folks. The Rams might get to the Super Bowl and actually win it. So that is the NFC. Before I close out the NFC West, I don't believe the 49ers will be as good this year. I do see them being one of the biggest surprises of the year and going back-to-back seasons and not making the playoffs. And I really don't think the 49ers are going to win more than 5 games this season. I don't know why. Maybe I give them 6, but I do think they're going to be pretty bad this year. So, of course, there's so many other divisions. The NFC North, I didn't talk about the AFC West, the NFC South, which is compiled of teams who never have winning records. Those divisions are also good because, of course, we can't go through everybody, but those are just some of the division, some of the schedule. Some of the schedule games, some of the divisions I wanted to just talk about. So I'm excited about that. So these are some of the key games that I'm really excited about this season. I have 3 of them. One of them is the Chiefs and the Bills on Thanksgiving Day. It's always fun when Mahomes and Josh Allen plays each other. That game always goes down to the wire. I'm just excited, especially healthy, to see at this point of the season in week 12, they're going to be trying to really put their stamp on the season. The Chiefs and the Bills is going to be legendary, and I cannot wait to see that matchup once again. I look forward to that game every year. Another matchup, I mentioned it in the video earlier, the Giants and the Cowboys. This is another key matchup to start the season because I do believe. Now, I know I said the Giants, but let me kind of give myself a little bit more wiggle room. One of these teams is going to make the playoffs next year. The Giants or the Cowboys. One of those teams is going to make the playoffs. Which team will it be? This game in week 1 on Sunday Night Football can be a lot bigger than people might think because the winner of this game, I believe, has a strong chance to go on and now I'm not gonna say win the division just yet, but for sure make the playoffs. So I'm excited about that. And I know I said key games, but I kind of cheated on this. I know I just kind of talked about it. But another key game for me is the Rams and the Seahawks because, like I said last season, it was that one play, that one moment in the history of that season that determined that wrote the fate of the Super Bowl champions and of course the losers. That team, that moment, that screen pass, that backwards screen pass gave the Seahawks the home field advantage that helped them throughout the playoffs because as we all know, Seattle has one of the greatest stadiums, one of the greatest fan bases, and one of the greatest football atmospheres in all of the NFL. And so for them to get those home games and ride that to the Super Bowl, I just cannot wait to see what this Rams and Seahawks game is going to do. And like I said, and it's also we're talking. I put both for the key games, and you're talking about week 16 and week 18. So we're talking about to end the season. This potentially week 18 Rams and Seahawks game. Were they the last game to end the season last year? No, it was the who I forgot who ended the season last year. I don't think it was the Rams and Seahawks, but that game, those two games is what I'm really, really excited for as far as the key games. Um, I want to make sure, give me a second, because we're gonna talk about these international games and holiday games. These international games, these international games, the NFL has now a record 9 international games. Let me see if I'm able to pull that. Let me see if I go back. Okay, let's go back. We're gonna go. Give me a second, y'all. I am just looking for. So I'm trying to get to the main page. I mean, I didn't went through so much. I gotta hit the back button so many times. Golly, how many? We looked at a lot of teams today, y'all. So let's okay, here we go. I went too far now. All right, nope. Let's get back in. NFL.com. All right, here we go. Here we go. One second, y'all. Okay, it's not pulling up on there, but I think I might have a copy of it in my notes. Well, I thought I had a copy of it. I thought I had a copy of the international games, but the NFL does have a record 9 international games. They are going to Rio de Janeiro. They're going to Australia, Mexico City, Germany, London. Um, they are really expanding the sport and making it global. I think it's gonna be a while before it becomes this big, huge global brand in a sense, but I do think that it's it's a good for the sport, but I'm not necessarily liking it for the players to have to travel, especially Jaguar fans. I feel so bad. As being a season ticket holder, I would hate if two of my home games were in freaking another country, and I would hate that. I'm sure that those fans are not paying for it. They're paying for if they have 8 games at home, that now you have 6 because 2 of them are going to be in London. The Jaguars can chunk that up every year. They're going to play 2 games at home. I mean, at in London. So I just hate that for fans of teams like that. But I'm also happy for those people over there that get to see these teams and get to witness this sport that we all love here in America. Of course, that was part of the Bad Bunny halftime show that we've talked about on our show. That this all in efforts to grow the game globally. So that's why they're going to more countries and doing more things. And you have these games at 8:30 in the morning because they're going to Australia to open up the season on Thursday night, the first Thursday night of the season. That's why our NFL season has to start on Wednesday because they because of the way that the schedule worked out and how they had to maneuver the stuff so that they can play that game in Australia. So it's one of those things. Where I do like it. I do like the international games more than I like how the NFL is just playing on so many random days. The one thing that stuck out to me in the schedule, this had happened before the actual schedule release. We knew this already, but was they announced this year that um, there will be a game on Thanksgiving Eve. And there being a game on Thanksgiving Eve is, to me, was the NFL being a little greedy. Okay, the NFL being a little greedy when it came to games on. I mean, what do we need a game for on the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving? We trying to cook our last minute food and get ready for to spend time with our family and already watch the loaded games you already got us on Thanksgiving Day, which I do believe is probably one of the greatest Thanksgiving uh, set of games that we've ever had. Bears at Lions, Eagles at Cowboys, Bills at Chiefs, which was one of my anticipated games. You mean to tell me that these games, if I made a top 10, the other two games would have been on that list as well? And then on Wednesday, I mean, and I will say the Wednesday night game is epic. The Green Bay Packers, they go to Los Angeles and play the Rams. That game is going to be epic. But I'm not a fan of the Thursday night before, I mean, Wednesday night day before Thanksgiving games. That's doing too much. If we want to put games on Thanksgiving, cool. We've been doing that anyways. We want to kick the NBA off for Christmas Day, cool. I'm with that as well. Black Friday, I mean, I'm okay with that one too. I was a little iffy because what do we need a game for on Black Friday? I'm trying to go get me an 80-inch TV for $4. I don't got time to be watching the game, even because I know I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna miss the deals on the TV. And the NFL knows we're gonna watch it. That's what makes them so selfish. They know we're gonna watch it. That's why they put the stuff on Netflix and on Peacock and on all this other stuff, because no matter what, we're going to watch it. So that it is what it is. But we do have a game on the day before Thanksgiving. Like I said, it is the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. So I'm excited about it. I think it's gonna be pretty dope. It's gonna be a lot. I'm excited about the football game. I don't like it on Wednesday, but I'm still gonna watch. I'm still gonna be a fan of it, so I'm not gonna complain like that. But I do. We'll see how the numbers do when it comes to that. But I know it's gonna be bonkers because it's a primetime game. I know people look at primetime as Sunday night, Monday night, and Thursday nights. I look at primetime when you're the only team playing, or you're the only two teams playing at that time. That's prime time to me. So even in playoff games, if you play Saturday afternoon, you're the only ones playing. That's a prime time slot. Know it ain't just because the sun set that it makes it prime time. So I'm excited to see that matchup as well. So it's the NFL schedule release is here. We've been waiting all off season for this schedule to drop. I haven't even had time to really. I got home, the schedule dropped. I was trying to get prepared for the show, so I haven't even had enough time to really just dive in and really look at these schedules. I paid attention to the Texans schedule because I there was a lot of things I need to see. And if you're watching this and you're a Texans fan and you live in the city of Houston, I want to take a moment to just plug this in really quick. If you are ever at NRG, now known back as Reliance Stadium, if you're going to be there this season with all the awesome games that we have, make sure you come see me in the blue lot. Move them chains, tailgaters will be in the blue lot. We're normally in blue lot section 24, I think. Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank again. I think we're in blue lot 24. If that's not accurate, I'll update you when it gets closer. But we're in blue lot 24 and we have everything that you need. I'm on the ones and twos. We got great food, great music, hookah, liquor, everything that you need. Is going to be an amazing time. If you're able to come to a game this year, let me show you a good time with the tailgate for Move Them Chain Tailgaters. Normally, most of our games are at noon, and I normally go into a lot of games, so the music and the party is really going to be going from about 9 a.m. to about noon, to about the start of the game is when I normally get ready to head in. But there are going to be some games this season, like the Cowboys game, where I won't be going into the game and we'll just be tailgating the entire time. So if you're in the Houston area and you're coming to a game this season, make sure you stop by Move Them Chain Tailgaters. We were a finalist last year for Tailgater of the week, and hopefully we can take home the victory this season. So I guess I'm excited about the schedule. I wanted to we were looking at the Packers game because my brother is a Green Bay fan. For those who have seen the watch party the last time the Texans and Packers played, he actually came over to the house and we did a watch party um for the Texans and Packers game. It was one of the best watch parties that we had. Also with DB as well, who will be joining us here in just a second. We had a great time. We had a great time, and now we're gonna actually be able to go to the stadium and go to Lambeau. I'm vlogging the entire experience. I cannot wait to walk around Lambeau Field, cheer on the Texans. It's in January, so I told my wife I'm gonna have to take my shirt off because that's what people do when you go to Lambeau. You gotta take your shirt off. That's what when you have to. We have to get a picture with no shirt on at Lambeau Field because this is going to be one of those trips of a lifetime. I cannot wait to tailgate with the regular with the folks in Green Bay. I'm just excited for that trip as well. And it's the only reason why I'm not going to make the trip to London because I really would like to go to London. I would love with especially with the game being in January, I would love to go to another road game. I just don't know which one I would go to. Um I do like Sunday night, but that's too close. That's December 6th, and we leave on the 4th, or the game for the Packers on the 4th. If I had to choose another game to visit, to go on the road to see, um, the Chargers would be fun, but I've already been to LA. I probably would like to go maybe to Cleveland. I wouldn't mind going up to Ohio or Washington. Not Washington. I'd probably like to go to Cleveland. I heard the dog pound. They know how to have a good time out there. So that's probably where I would go if I had to choose another game. So I'm excited about that. Like I said, y'all, we're going to bring in DB here in just a moment. I just want to let him to let me know that he's all ready to go. Okay, I see he gave me the thumbs up. He ain't text me back, but he gave me the thumbs up. So um, nonetheless, I'm going to introduce y'all to one of my buddies, one of the bros, one of the homies, one of the realest people I know, has a new show, and he told me what he's gonna debut. I forgot the name of it. I apologize, DB, but I'm gonna give you the opportunity to say it and plug it. But he's gonna be doing a lot of sports talk, as well. He's always gonna be a reoccurring guest on the Don't Cancel Me show. So if y'all don't have anything else, we're gonna bring in the one. Hold on, there we go. Wait, nope, that's what I'm gonna do. The one, the only, that boy D Brown. Let's bring him in here, y'all. Hold on. And then we're gonna go here, and then we gotta go here, and then we're gonna go here. Hold on. There you go. There you go. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Audio.
My bad.
Check
I had to
audio.
put on
There
mute.
you go.
Like,
There you
what's
go.
going
There you
down,
go.
man?
You got a little man in the back as well. I hear
Yeah,
him
man. He good. I'm
crying.
trying to get
And
him to
was he
sleep.
whining? And he just making noises.
Nah, he see people talking, so he getting lit.
All right, well, that's all right. If he want to be a part of this conversation, then he can be a part of it as well. So, everybody, welcome DB to the show. DB, there's a lot that we got to talk about. We're not going to keep everybody super long, but there's a lot that we got to get to, and we got to talk about this NFL schedule. But first and foremost, the Houston Texans, what is your
No.
thoughts on the 2026 NFL season? I mean, NFL schedule for the Houston Texans?
Oh man, it gets brutal at the end of the season. But I was only looking forward to one game, and that was them Cowboys. I was looking forward to one game, and it was them Cowboys. We got a week 4. I'm mad that they didn't give us any type of prime time Saturday afternoon. We early in the morning with
Yeah,
it. So, like you
yeah.
said, man, y'all pull up. We gonna be lit and move them chains tailgaters. Uh, I'm Mr. Shot Man. So you see me coming, prepare to take a shot. We trying to
Nah,
get lit.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Facts.
all it's all it's all love. It's all fun and games. You know what I'm saying? He'll represent two teams before 12, and after 12 is Houston because we gonna win the game. We
For
gonna win.
those who for those who might not recognize, I think if I'm not mistaken, it is the most viral clip on the Don't Cancel Me TikTok page. I want to say it's the most viral clip we have of last was that last season? Yeah, last season when
Was
we
it
played the
last?
Buccaneers and Baker took off running for the game winning touchdown, and our
Yeah.
reactions went insanely viral. All I think 100,000 views on that video. So that's who you're seeing here. Also, DB, the vlogs that we did post, he was behind the camera on a lot of that footage that we got. So he's been locked in. He knows he's at the tailgates. He's at the games with me. So he gets it. He loves the Texans just as much as I do. You said the end of the season is going to get crazy. What is it about the end of the season that stood out to you when it came to the schedule?
It was the road games, man. We on the road. I think what he said, the last 10 games, the Texans is on the road, 6 of them. And this it's big boy games. We on the road against who? The Chargers. We on the road. We back to back on the road.
Chargers, Browns, back to back.
Browns, yeah. Browns a sneaking one. Cause that Brown one, I told you, I don't really care about the Browns. You know the Browns gonna be trash, but coming off
Right.
of the Chargers game, that might be a what they call it, the
A trap game.
trap game. That might be a nice little trap game. It might be a nice little trap game on the road like that. Coming from the Chargers, being in LA. I think we played LA right off the bye, right?
LA right off the bye. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So coming off the bye, we're gonna be pumped for LA. Granted, we get the win. You know what I'm saying? We go on the road with the Browns. Boys, gonna be, come on, man. There's nothing in Cleveland. Yeah, that might be one of the ones we looking a little sloppy. Because after the Browns, we got what? Jacksonville at home, I think.
After the Browns, we played. It's Thursday night football. We play the Browns in Cleveland on the 15th. 4 days later, we're playing the Colts on the 19th.
Yeah, so yeah, that's a trap game. But yeah, that back schedule, man, it's a lot of road games. It's a lot of, but that's the grid of the schedule. You getting ready for playoff football. Granted, you know what I'm saying. We in that position. I feel like we're gonna be in that position. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, that back half of the season when everybody kind of already going through they little injury, minor injuries, and facing all that and getting the grid of the schedule. We on the road, so we gonna be battle tested for sure. We're gonna be
I
battle tested.
definitely, I definitely think you're absolutely right, and it makes me think about last season too when it came to the Texans too. And I definitely want to. I have another question. We can move on to other teams, but it made me think about last year's Texans team where when we were looking at that schedule, we had the three home games back to back to back. I think that was the Broncos, it's not the order, but the Broncos, the 49ers, and the Jaguars, I believe it was the 3 game stretch. But then we looked at the end of the season and we saw that we were going to be playing some tough games. We knew we were going to be playing the Raiders. We didn't know at the time, we thought with Geno Smith they would be a little better, but the
Right, right.
Raiders and Alshon Genty, Ashton Genty, not Alshon, excuse me, Ashton Genty. But we knew last year that we was like, man, this schedule can line up at the end of the season. We had the Chargers, the Chiefs, the Bills. Um, I forgot who else we played, but anyways, and we ended up maneuvering through that. Of course, we went on like an 11 game win streak, but we ended up maneuvering through that. Do you see us going on another streak similar to what we did last year? Maybe not 11 games, but is there a stretch in the schedule? Do you have the schedule up in front of you?
No, but I
Hold on,
kind of I
I
kind of
am.
remember if it's
Well, I'm sitting.
if
I
you
just
talking about
texted to you.
if you
Oh, you
talking
on your
about a
phone? I'm
stretch,
sorry, I forgot you're on your
yeah,
phone.
if we talking about a stretch, I would say because who we got before the bye?
So before the bye is the Giants.
The Giants, and then yeah, I think that 2 games before the bye, then I think we can beat the Chargers. We can beat the Browns, the Colts, and who we got after the Colts? Another
Ravens
road
after
game?
that.
Huh?
The Ravens.
Ravens. Yeah. I think that 2-3 games before the bye and after the bye, that's gonna be a nice little stretch for us. Yeah, I
So
feel
you
like we
so
gonna
you
we.
don't see us doing more than 3-4 games in a row, basically.
Nah, I don't think so. Like
So my
just
last
because
question. Oh
just
no,
because
go
of
ahead,
the
go ahead.
road, we got all them road games at the end. Like I don't see. I mean, defense travels. You know, what I mean, defense.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know defense travels, so that's gonna hold us. That's gonna hold us. That's gonna hold us as much as possible. But Man, we going to some big time cities though. We going to some big time cities. You know what I'm saying? Cleveland. I mean, as 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 we've been watching football, they've been the worst team. They've been the worst franchise we know. So, but the dog pound is they
They
gonna be
got one of the
loud.
best fan bases.
Right,
I don't know
exactly.
if you
So
heard me before you came on. I said that if I was to pick another game to go to because the
yeah,
Packers game is
yeah,
so
I
late
heard
in
you.
the season,
Yeah,
I think I would go to the Cleveland game. I
yeah,
think that would be a lot of fun to
yeah. And
go
then
to
you know
the Bronx.
you got the Hall of Fame out there as well. So
Right,
that'd be
and
nice.
out
That
there
would be
in
nice to
Canton.
go see. I mean, I don't know if Cleveland got any scenery or anything like that to go look actual look, but
Hey, it's
uh,
a city, and I can say,
and
hey,
what time
I've
that?
been
That's
to
like early
Cleveland.
October or
The
late
15th.
October.
No,
Yeah,
no,
so yeah.
November the 15th.
Oh yeah, so it's gonna be cold out there. It's
Well,
gonna
and
be
that's
cold.
what kind of makes me look at it too, because you said, what did you say that made me think about? You said, we go to some big time cities, but when you said that, it made me think of the weather. And
Yeah.
we're going to Pittsburgh in December. We're going to
Hmm.
Washington in
Yeah.
December. We're going to Philadelphia in
All the
December.
cold states we going there. You got Pittsburgh, you got Cleveland, you got Philly, you got Green Bay. Like the league, what's up, man? We it's Texans is come on, man. Why would they do us like that?
I told the stream before you joined that when I go out there, I gotta get my no shirt picture. I'm
Oh yeah,
taking
we
a
lit.
no shirt picture in Lambeau Field.
We lit. Hey,
I'm
a good point 5 seconds. That's it.
Yeah, I told Chaz that. I said nobody's gonna know. I'm gonna take the picture real quick and I'm gonna put my shirt on. But what I'm gonna post on my social media is that I'm out here in the frigid cold. We out here in Lambeau. The cold don't affect me. That's what the post gonna say.
hey,
That's what the
hey,
post
look.
gonna say. But that's
Hey, look,
not
if
what's
it's a
gonna
little
actually
snow, you gotta put a
happen.
little snow on your shoulder.
Yeah. Just put a little bit on the shoulder to make it see. But anyways, okay, so that's enough about the Texans. We'll come together again to talk more Texans football here
Right,
in the
right,
next
right.
week or two. Moving on to any other, what was any other big key points or takeaways you got from looking at the schedule? I know you probably been looking at this last hour as you were getting prepared. So has there anything that you saw in the schedule that need to be talked about?
Are you talking about the NFL schedule?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I was kind of looking at the. It's like I said, it's just weird. Boys playing Thanksgiving night. That's still as lit as I was. I'm
You're
like,
saying Wednesday night before Thanksgiving.
yeah,
You said Thanksgiving night. You mean the
Thanksgiving
Wednesday night before
Eve. I'm
Thanksgiving?
sorry,
Okay.
Thanksgiving Eve. That was kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when I seen it come across my phone. I'm like, oh snap, that's lit. And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, no,
I was the same way. I
why
was the
would
same
y'all
way.
play Thanksgiving Eve? Like that's
I was the
kind of
same
like
way.
the little that you taking away the moment. I don't know. It's just yeah, the NFL.
No, I see what you're
It,
saying. I definitely see what you're saying.
and then the NFL, they going, oh my God, we had so many great views, this and that, because the matchup is good. It's the Rams and Packers, right?
Incredible matchup.
Yeah. Who at home? Rams.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was talking. Stop, boy. I was uh I was talking about I had talking to my boy Dunbar, and I seen the NFL does crazy things with these schedules because you look at the
Okay.
Texans schedule, and we play all these cold teams on the road. We a hot
Mm-hmm.
team,
Mm-hmm.
hot state, and we play all this cold. And you look at the Rams schedule, and every quality team that they play, they are at home. Besides the division, I don't count the division, but
Right.
everybody outside the division that's worth playing, they play at home. So I won't be surprised if the Rams come with the number one record in the NFL.
Oh, okay. And I'm glad you pointed that out. I guess I didn't. I went and looked at the Rams schedule, but like I said, I'm looking quick, so I didn't really have a chance to really sit in it. But yeah, okay, they play the Giants at home. They do go on the road to Philly. They play the Bills at home. They play the Chargers at home. They go to Washington. Well, we not really care about Washington. They play the Packers at home. They play the Chiefs at home. They play the Cowboys at home.
Come on now. I think it
And
was
yeah,
Eagles, and it might be like one more team outside of the division that was worthy. But besides that, I'm like, come on, man.
I think their most worthy road game
It's the
is
Eagles.
Denver too.
Yeah, you gotta see how dealing with Bo Nix. I don't know.
And
I
they
haven't
and they
got.
and they going to Denver in week 3.
Yeah, so Bo Nix might not even be playing.
Yeah. But
You might
but
be
if
playing
he is
who?
playing, that does
Jared
that
Stidham.
they
What's his
have
name?
back-to-back
Stidham.
road games and they're Broncos and Eagles back-to-back.
Yeah, yeah.
And after that, then yes, they don't have any more notable. Depending on, I mean, I don't think this is going to be possible, but the Buccaneers in Week 17, they go to Tampa Bay, but I
Yeah,
don't know,
they might be playing. What's my boy that Sean McVay didn't want to draft? He,
Uh,
uh, AJ, not AJ McCarron,
no, the guy
Todd
from
Simpson.
Alabama, yeah. Ty Simpson.
Todd Simpson, yeah, he might be starting
Um,
quarterback.
one thing I didn't mention though, and I'm looking at my notes here. One thing I didn't mention, and it's crazy. We're talking about the Rams, so let's stick to the NFC West. I don't know if you saw him early in the video. I said I don't see the 49ers winning more than 6 games this season. I think they're going to be one of. I think they're going to be one of those teams that everybody anticipates to be good, but falls horrifically short, kind of like what the Ravens did this year. Whether that's injury, whether that's just talent on the field. I know they got Mike Evans. I know they re-signed Trent Williams. But you told me this on the phone earlier. The 49ers also are traveling the most miles.
Yeah.
38,105 total miles of travel for the San Francisco 49ers, making it the highest in the NFL. The second highest doesn't even get to 30,000. Part of this is because they're going to Australia. So
Okay.
that's part of yeah. I caught that little nugget. What is your take on the San Francisco 49ers? Do you feel like do you agree with what I said? No more than
Absolutely
six
not.
games.
Absolutely not.
Okay,
Absolutely,
okay.
absolutely. Just off of stop, boy. Oh, where the heck? Say go Texans. Say go Texans. Say go Texans. Go like this. A sound. Yeah, whatever. That's my boy.
Yeah,
But
it's all right.
nah, yeah, I don't. Yeah, the 49ers 6 games. First off, they got a. I want for me personally, he's a top 3 NFL head coach in the game.
Shanahan.
Shanahan, correct.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I got you.
Offensively, they up there with anybody, especially now adding. They brought back the arguably the best left tackle in the game, uh, Mister Consistent. They brought in Mister Consistent at receiver, Mike Evans. Only reason he didn't break Jerry Rice's record because he got hurt last year. With C-Mac, top 5 running back in the game. So that's just that alone, and they coaching. That's 6 games already. That's 6 games. Then the defense, every guy think the defense was hurt. Defense, Fred coming back, Bosa coming back. You gotta know people gonna say, oh, the injuries, they getting old. Man, the 49ers is a good football team, a great football team. I never counted for it. Since the 49ers, I mean, since Kyle Shanahan got there, has he missed a playoff besides last year?
You said since Brock Purdy's been there, no.
No, since Kyle Shanahan. I mean, I know
Yes.
probably that because before Kyle Shanahan, I mean, we got Jimmy Garoppolo.
They
Yeah.
didn't make it. They didn't make it in between their Super Bowl years.
What you mean?
I think one of them years they didn't make it.
You sure?
No, I'm not sure.
But I might be wrong. But
I'm not sure.
they
But
they won. They one of the teams that I would bet my money on making the playoffs out of the NFC. Consistently, the past, like I said, I could probably say the past 10 years, they probably made the playoffs 8 or 7. I'll give them 8. But yeah, the 49ers, yeah, I don't see 6 games. Yeah, I haven't looked at their schedule. I don't need to look at their schedule. I feel like they're gonna come prepared. They
here it
gonna
goes. I got it right here because I wanted to look at their win total. So I'm gonna give it to you real quick. We're at LA, home against the Dolphins, home against the Cardinals, home against the Broncos, at Seattle, home against the Commanders, at Atlanta, bye week in week 8. So they got the same bye week we do.
That's 7 wins right there. You at week 8?
What?
Hold on, you said you at week 8?
I mean, the bye week is week 8, yeah.
Yeah, so they might be at 6 wins already.
The Cardinals and the Dolphins, I give you.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. Week 9. I lost my track. I'm sorry. Week 9, that's home against the Raiders. Week 10 is on the road against the Cowboys, at home against the Vikings, at home against the Seahawks, in New York against the Giants, home against the Rams, home against the no, I'm on the road against the Chargers, on the road against the Chiefs, home against the Eagles, and they end the season in Arizona.
Yeah, I got to win in 10 games.
So the over under DraftKings has their over under win total at 10.5.
Come on now. Come on now.
I'm taking the
Me,
under.
me and the bookies are here. Me and the bookies are here.
I'm taking the under though.
I'm taking 10 and a half. 10 and a half, you got to take the under.
And the 49ers have the 15th easiest schedule in the league.
So they in the middle of the pack.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what that means?
That's interesting.
That's 2 injuries away from one of these other teams that they in the.
That's interesting.
Nah, I'm big on the 40. Even if the, let's say, the defense is not, they're gonna put up points. They're gonna be an offense that's gonna be very hard to stop. George Kittle coming back. You got Brock Purdy under center with Christian McCaffrey, Trent Williams blocking, and you got George Kittle blocking and catching with Mike Evans, and then you got Pearsall, who's not just a wild receiver. You got Christian Kirk. You got these guys that know how to get open.
Do Kirk know how to get open though?
Christian Kirk know how to get open. The Texans didn't know how to use it. Christian Kirk, he gonna get open in that offense. Kyle Shanahan gonna make sure he get open. But that offense right there that's a top 5 offense for me. That's not wowing people. That's not talked about. People got the Cowboys up there. People got the Rams up there. But I don't think people is talking enough about the 49ers and their offense. Granted, yes, Christian McCaffrey got to stay healthy. All that. I understand everybody got to stay healthy. It's part of football. But them healthy, they will be a top 5 scoring offense in the NFL.
All right. I like it. Moving on to the next one. The Cowboys, man. I said earlier in my video that one of my key games was the Cowboys and the Giants in week 1 because I feel like let me rephrase that. I feel like one of those two teams is going to make the playoffs. And so I did write better chance to win the division, Cowboys or Giants. I'm okay with this question. Better chance to win the division, even though I did say just to make the playoffs, but for this question, better chance to win the division, the Cowboys or Giants? Who is your take on that?
I will have to, if I have to put my money on it, I'm going with the Cowboys. I'm going with the more veteran team, the more they have less of a stop. They have less of a makeover. But granted, yes, they defense, but coaching wise, I feel like their head coach came back, right? Schottenheimer. He came back. They brought Pickens back. Pickens and CeeDee Lamb might have been the best duo last year in the NFL. And they complement each other so well. You got Pickens, who's a jump ball receiver who showed, yes, he can go do the different routes. And CD gonna get open regardless in the slot. So Dak, you know what I mean? Dak show who Dak is, but I mean, like it shows in the product. I think they was the first team in the NFL that was the highest scoring ranked offense and the worst defense in the NFL. I think that's the first time that ever happened.
I know the Bengals had to have been pretty close.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think they was, if not 32, it was like 31. It was like something like it never happened before. So and they brought in big pieces. They brought in some big pieces on their defensive side. Especially on the D line, who they got Gary. Man, who they got? They got another DT. Rashawn Gary. I think they got another Packer dude over there from the Packers. What's his name?
Not Raju, huh?
Who?
Raju.
On the D line.
Oh. I don't know. I just like Raju's name. I think that's
it was Rashawn Gary. Oh no, they got an old boy from the Jets, Quentin Williams.
Oh yes, I apologize. I heard you, but I was looking at something because I was gonna bring that up. So I didn't really register your question because yes, you are right. Because they got him. What was the other? Who's the other one you said?
Rashawn Gary. I think they got Rashawn Gary over there.
They didn't get who ended up getting Logan. Not Logan. The guy Hendrickson from the Bengals.
Oh, he went to the Ravens.
Ravens. Okay, that's right.
Remember
That's right, because they didn't
they
get
botched
Crosby.
that. Yeah,
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I was thinking of Logan Wilson, but I thought Wilson was Hendricks at first. So yes, but the Cowboys did make those changes
yeah.
last year. You are
I,
absolutely correct. They definitely made. I'm a fan of Caleb Downs. I am
oh yeah,
so
he'll ball.
excited to watch him play football.
He'll ball.
Uh, he's a stud. He makes me excited about Dallas. Um, I like the Giants because, like I said, Cam Scatterbo, man, that's a physical football team. Jackson Dart is going to be able to. I think he's going to come in the season a lot better. He's going to throw the ball. I do think he needs to watch how he runs, and he needs to be careful and understands how valuable he is to the team. Go out there and make plays, and go out there and be great, but let's not be reckless. AKA, just get out of bounds. You know you're not supposed to run over Ray Lewis. Just get out of bounds. Like, don't even try it.
Yeah,
I
boys,
think
boys getting smacked. He was getting
and I
smacked.
know I say Ray Lewis. I could have gave somebody current Fred Warner. You know you're not supposed to run over Fred Warner.
I
Man, get
don't care
out of
who it
bounds.
was. They was smacking the shit out of his ass.
Right. And they was tearing him up. I mean, he's a warrior. He's tough. But let's not get carried away with the unnecessary. John Harbaugh, and I like I said, I don't know if you saw it earlier, but what I basically said was the Giants lost a lot of one possession games last year. I don't know if you remember. They started to see. Remember, Russell Wilson was tripping. Um,
Yeah, he
Jameis
got it
Winston.
up.
Jameis Winston to me made the. I don't know how this did not win Play of the Year at the NFL honors when he
The
caught the
run.
ball, hit the spin move,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
that was the best thing I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
They
And
be, hey
one of
man,
the
they be hating on James. Hey, hey, we gonna get
he
a
has
dub. We
become
gonna get it.
one
We
of
gonna.
my he has become one of my favorite people in all of sports. And I cheer for him now, and I hope I'm just such a fan of him. But that play he made last year should have won. But anyways, they had so many one possession losses that I do think the biggest difference to turn that around is coaching. And they got one of the best to do it in John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh did not leave Baltimore because he was a bad coach. He left
Stop.
because he just ran out of time there.
Yeah, I
Um,
think Harbaugh. Stop, boy. Bring it here. Harbaugh. Whatever anybody said, that was an upgrade for them from what's his boy name? Uh, Brian
Dayball.
State.
No,
Brian, what's his name?
you're right. Dayball. No, it was Dayball, wasn't it?
Brian, whatever his name is.
Dayball, yeah.
That Brian Dayball. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah, Brad Dayball.
that was an upgrade. It's just something about. I mean, honestly, I just seen the report that neighbors went in for a cleanup. So you don't know how neighbors how that's gonna pan out.
I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah, he had. So I think he had like clean. You know how it is. You get a surgery, they got to go clean up,
But he's still 3 months out, so he'll be fine. Especially when it's a clean. Ideally, when it's a cleanup, they're just going there,
clean
just
the little
kind of
tissue. You know
cleaning
that little
up,
tissue
basically.
stuff, right?
Yeah, so he'll be
Right.
fine. I think, barring because every time you go under the knife, anything can happen. But barring any major setbacks, he should be ready to go by training camp. Um,
Yeah.
and
So
I see C Sam said, so let me get this straight. I'm gonna put so y'all, you got us not win the division again. So no, these are not my predictions at the moment. C Sam, I think you came in a little late. Um, this was I had said that this is Cowboys versus the Giants on Sunday Night Football was one of my key games. I said that one of these two teams will make the playoffs. But when I wrote the question, I meant to write which one will win, better chance to make the playoffs, but I put division. But it's still a fun conversation because I did talk about the Eagles earlier. I don't know what the Eagles are going to do with
oh,
no AJ Brown and all the stuff that they got going on over there. I do think they'll be a really good
stop.
football team, but will they be a division winning football team? I
Right.
don't know. But my predictions video will be here before the season starts.
Yeah,
So that's when I'll make my
that.
official predictions.
Yeah, with that Eagles, I mean, like I said, everybody keeps saying the report saying they're gonna trade AJ
June
Brown
1st.
June
June 1st.
1st to the
Mm-hmm.
Patriots. So I don't know what they getting back. If they do get a first round, they get it for this year upcoming draft. That's gonna be this upcoming draft.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know it's gonna be very very legendary. Besides the big name of Arch Manning, it's gonna be a very very
Dante Moore.
you got quarterbacks galore. You got wide
Yeah,
receivers
I forgot.
galore. You got D
Oh, I
linemen
thought the
galore.
wide receivers heavy too.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
wide
I thought the
receivers
wide receivers
heavy.
wasn't as heavy next year.
You got it's stop, man. You got some ball players in that next year. But yeah, the thing back to the Giants. It's just I don't trust Jackson Dart enough. I feel like
That's
Jackson
fair.
Dart.
That's fair.
Stop,
That's
son.
fair.
Stop.
That's
I
fair.
feel like Jackson Dart can have a high as a season where they make the playoffs, and then also he can have another bad season where they're questioning this if he's the guy
That and I think
because
I know like I said this is
he
NFL
plays so
schedule release,
reckless.
so let me
He plays so
find.
reckless. He plays so reckless. And like you said, I granted we don't know how Scatterbo and Neighbors gonna look. I think they lost the other receivers who Wendell Robinson. I think they lost some of them guys. I think they had a nice tight end out there over there too, but I just don't. I mean, Harbaugh gonna fix that, but I don't know. I don't know Jackson Dart. I mean, I don't. I'm not. I'm not a big fan of Jackson Dart. I feel like
Which is
he can play ball, yes, but I didn't like Jackson Dart when I betted on Ole Miss money line. I forgot who they played. He is for the game, and
this is personal.
he threw a jump ball, a deep ball, 1-on-1, and he underthrew it for like 8 yards. Pick.
Nah, that's tough. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's tough.
I forgot what game. It was a big game too, and I was just so hot. Ever since then, I said this guy is not ready for the NFL. But like I said, he showed that he can play. He showed he can play in the NFL. I don't think one season under Harbaugh is going to fix him like that. Now, granted, I'm saying this because I don't think Neighbors going to start off right on the hook. You know what I mean? On that, I don't know the other weapons they got. I think they lost Wendell Robinson, who was a good
They
slot,
did. They
good
did.
open, a guy to get open. But
Yeah. He was a
I don't
baller.
think.
He had a great season last year.
Yeah, I don't like Jackson Dart did show flashes without Neighbors, Scatterbo. But like you said, man, NFL, man, they got tape on you. They got tape
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
have to show you gonna have to show, you know what I'm saying, show what you have. I don't see the Giants. I see the Giants winning. I see the Giants winning about 6 to 8 games.
I think their win total is at I looked at it. I'm off of it now, but I look well actually can if I let me see something because I'm about to bring something up and I'm in something. Let me see if I can if it'll tell me right. That's the NFC East. Where's the Cowboys? Okay, this is the NFL season. Oh, this is everybody? Oh, here goes. It's in front. Oh, so it's 7.5.
Yeah, that's
Which
right.
is what I said. When I said after the last season, after the season concluded, I thought the Giants would double their win total. So they won 4 games. So I said 8 to 9, which I feel strongly about that. But moving on to let me go back to where I was. I found something interesting. Okay, so this is I'm on ESPN. This is betmgm.com. And this is looking at odds and stuff right here. So now it says the NFC West odds. The Rams are plus 145. They lead the three-horse race and over there. The NFC South odds are Buccaneers plus 175. They're priced as a narrow favorite. The NFC North odds have the Detroit Lions plus 175 in a tight race. Didn't we talk about that this morning?
Yeah.
We talked about him about Dan Campbell. Well, yeah, so we got to do more videos. That's another video. The AFC West Chiefs plus 180 leads tight division race. AFC
Repeat
South,
that one?
the Chiefs plus 180 lead tight division race. These are the headlines. I can click on them and they'll give me the breakdown of their division. I'm just reading the headlines. The AFC South odds are the Texans at plus 120, priced as narrow favorite. I think the Texans are going 14-3. That's another video. The AFC North Ravens at minus 118.
Damn.
That means they got them winning that mug for sure, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, who
Well,
the
check this one
Ravens?
out, DB. Check this one out. The AFC East odds, the Bills at minus 155.
Yeah.
Which I like that one more than I like the Ravens one. So I just saw that and I wanted to I just saw that when I was looking up other stuff. So I
Yeah,
just
the
wanted to bring that
Ravens.
out
Who's
to you.
that? Whoever that was the Ravens. Ravens, Raiders. No, Ravens, Bengals,
Steelers,
Steelers.
Bengals, and Browns.
Oh yeah, of course. I like they got the I mean, you can't trust Burrow.
I
Burrow the
like
only
I like Burrow though. I like him to bounce back. That's why I say that. I like them to bounce back.
Burrow. I mean, we've been saying that since the Super Bowl. No, if you look at every NFL predictions, Burrow them, he gonna bounce back. They're gonna show why they made it to the Super Bowl and almost won it. We've been hearing that since I'm out. Stop, son.
True.
Stop. I'm out. I'm out on Burrow now.
To his
I'm out
defense,
on.
his defense hasn't been as strong either.
Man, you keep blaming the defense.
That's true.
I'm
But they're
out.
putting up 30 points a game.
I'm out.
They're
I'm
putting up
out.
30 points a game.
I'm out on
They're the
Burrow now.
AFC
He,
version of the Dallas Cowboys.
did he just did what Burrow got hurt? Did he hurt his toe?
I think it was something stupid.
Come on, man. You hurt your toe and you out for the season?
um, really, okay, real quick. I know we got about 10 minutes left, so let's switch gears to what I do. Okay, so switch gears to. I was gonna bring this up during my individual set. I talked about it a little bit, but I wanted to wait till you got on. But I wanted to talk about the Thanksgiving games on third. I think this is one of the greatest all-time Thanksgiving lineups, and we're gonna. I wasn't at first, but we'll group in the Thanksgiving Eve game as well. So the Green Bay Packers at Rams, Bears at Lions, Eagles at Cowboys, Bills at Chiefs. Which Turkey Day game, like I said, grouping in the Eve, which Turkey Day game are you the most excited about?
Um, I will probably say none of them.
Really?
I.
This
It
is
just,
four great matchups.
but it's the same teams. It's always gonna be the Bear, the NFC South. I mean NFC North. You know they're gonna be too deep.
Yeah.
The Cowboys gonna be there, or it
The
just
Cowboys and Lions play every Thanksgiving.
right. So it's like I mean, it looks good. Yes, it looked good. You got Chicago, Detroit, but it's just I don't it didn't wow me. The Thanksgiving slate didn't wow me this year. Like as I mean, probably because I'm kind of out. It's just a personal thing. It's not like with the sports, but it's just it didn't. It's the Thanksgiving game. I just yeah, it's gonna be it don't. But if I had to pick one game, who the Chiefs play?
The Bills.
That's not. I don't, that's
See, that was one of my key games I did for the season because Mahomes versus Allen is always box office.
But and that's another thing that's overrated. Everybody is still hyped up over that overtime game thing they did one time, and the games after that haven't been just that live like that.
Yeah, they have.
No, they
The
haven't,
Bills and
man.
the Chiefs.
No, they haven't.
I think the next year after that game, after that particular year, it came down because wasn't it the Bills and the Chiefs where Josh Allen didn't get it on the 1 yard line?
That was the season opener, wasn't it? Did they beat them the
No,
season opener last year?
that was the playoffs.
No, the Bills ain't the Bills. Nah, the Bills lost to the Chiefs with Tyreek Hill. You talking about that one?
No, that was a 13-second game.
Yeah, that was epic. That was epic. I might be wrong, but I feel like everybody hyping up but I probably have to say the I think it's the Eagles and Lions.
Eagles
No,
and
Eagles play.
Eagles and Cowboys.
Oh no, yeah, I probably go Chicago and Detroit.
That's what I was kind of thinking too.
Chicago, Detroit. Oh,
Just because them are just two
Caleb
fun
Williams, my
teams.
guy. Caleb
Yeah,
Williams,
yeah.
my guy. They going that's gonna be that probably be the highest scoring game on the slate.
Yeah, because Chiefs and Bills typically don't be that high scoring. The Packers and the Rams, Michael Parsons, Jared Verse, that's gonna be a lot of fun too. That Packers and I'm with you though. I like the line, but I'm gonna stick with my Chiefs and Bills. That every time they play, it just seems
So
like
you
that's
think
just such a
Chiefs?
great
So who
matchup.
got the night game?
If this is in order, the Bills and the Chiefs.
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah, like I said, if this is in order.
Yeah, I probably go with Caleb Williams and versus JG. I probably like that. I like that quarterback play. I don't like seeing Jalen Hurts. He just don't. They like you said, the Eagles and AJ Brown. I'm ready to see how that offense gonna look.
Yeah, see, I knew I wasn't tripping. Really quick. Ever since that 13-second game, that score was 42-36 in 2021. They played in 2022, the Bills won 24-20. They played in 23, Bills won 20-17. They played in the 23 playoffs, the Chiefs won 27-24. They played in the 2024, the Bills won 30-21. The 2024 playoffs, the Chiefs won 32-29, which I think that's the year, that's the one where Josh tried to do the uh tush push, and he didn't get it.
Oh, okay.
I think I
Big
remember
boy.
him leaning with the ball, and I think they ended up stopping him. But like I said, the point is that this
Yeah, okay.
normally
Yeah, I
is
was
a
wrong on that.
classic
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
They
that's
normally
yeah.
go to the wire, so that's why I'm excited to see them two
Yeah, but
play.
I probably go with we probably sleeping on that Thanksgiving Eve game. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm
It's
not
going
sleep. I think it's a great.
yeah, that's a good
I know you
game.
said you're not hyped. I think this is probably the greatest, at least in recent memory. This is the greatest set of Thanksgiving games. I'm looking at the quarterbacks: Jordan Love, Matt Stafford, Caleb Williams, Jared Goff, Hurts, Prescott, Allen, Mahomes playing on Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
I'm looking
that's
at
arguably
star
the
power.
yeah, that's arguably the quarterbacks that's in the top 10 in the league, arguably.
I'm looking at star power. Micah Parsons, Jared Verse, Puka Nakua, Caleb Williams again, I'm sorry, Jameer Gibbs, Jalen Hurts, Devontae Adams, uh, um, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, freaking Josh Allen. Who else is on? Josh
Yeah, that
Allen got
is. Yeah,
nobody
that
over
is.
there.
Yeah,
Who Josh
it
Allen got
is.
over there to help him?
Who? Pickens?
Josh Allen.
Who they just get over there?
Who he got that helps him? Or is he the only star on the
Did they
team?
get Michael Pittman?
Did they or did they
Who
get?
got
I
who
know they
got
got their running back. Cook is amazing, but
who
so
got
let me.
Michael
I'm not gonna do
Pittman?
him like
Michael
that. So
Pittman, I think
Cook,
went to
they
the
got Cook,
Raiders.
huh?
I think Michael Pittman went to the Raiders.
But the
Who
whole
they?
point, the star power, the storylines, especially in week 12 of the year, I think this is going to be one of the greatest things. The Cowboys and Eagles is always just a very high profile game, just because of just those two teams. DJ Moore, that's who. Yeah, that's the Sam just told us in the chat. DJ
Oh
Moore,
yeah, he's man.
he went to Buffalo. But still more star power.
That's a Buffalo receiver though, not a high
Yeah,
profile
Mahomes,
guy.
Kelsey. Um, oh,
Yeah,
I
this
forgot my
yeah
boy Trent McDuffie went to the Rams too.
yeah this is the last season of the Kelsey and Mahomes connection.
Yeah, yeah. So the star power, the teams, the where these teams could possibly be at this point of the season could be one of the most impactful Thanksgiving Thursdays we've ever had. So that's
Yeah.
why I think this is gonna be one of the greatest slates. And then last thing I wanted to touch on with you, bro. I saw Netflix is doing the NFL honors. I don't know if you saw that. Netflix will be doing the NFL honors.
Okay.
Netflix is doing the
Hey, they y'all in the camera?
one of them international games, I think, and of course they're doing Christmas Day. And I was talking about Netflix and the future of the NFL when it comes to Netflix. This is where it's going with the streaming services because people are getting away from traditional television, anyways. It's going to these streaming services such as Netflix, Peacock, and all that. And of course, the NFL. I think they're in a lawsuit right now about their product being all over the place and making it difficult for consumers to get the product. Um, what is your take on the National Football League going to streaming services and growing in that aspect, whether it's the streaming, the international, just the growth of the sport in general? What is your take on that?
Um, I mean, you have to expect it just because of there's people out on cable no more. You ain't. I think the only time you can really see cable if you go to the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, besides that, yes, it is very difficult trying to find the game. I mean, I think you kind of got it down pack. I think Monday night is ESPN,
Mm-hmm.
Thursday night is Amazon. So it's kind of, but
Mm-hmm.
you be having so many
Mm-hmm.
games. Who got it? Paramount got it. CBS got it. You got all these. That's the thing. Like you said,
The
you got
AFC, CBS has the AFC, Fox has
right,
the NFC.
right. And then
I think the Super Bowl this year is ESPN.
it was
I think
it
it's
was a
ESPN this
it
year.
was a picture going viral saying that you got to have NFL Red Zone, you got to have Amazon Prime, you got to have Paramount, you have all these streaming services just to watch all these games in the NFL. So, I mean, like you said, it's almost like I mean, you a fan, man. You a fan of NFL football. You gonna get it. You know what I mean? You gonna get it. But
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm going to watch it, so like it really doesn't matter. I'm
yeah,
going, no matter how I gotta get it. I'm going to watch it. I still think the best way to watch football, me personally, especially not, of course, like we already said 1,000 times, home games, I'm at the stadium, but which I think is the ultimate way to watch the game for me. I love being there at the games and watching the games. But when I'm at home, I think NFL Red Zone is the best way to watch football.
Yeah, you always tell me about it, and I
I
never
think it is. I just think it's the best way because you don't miss anything. There is not a play that happens on a Sunday unless I'm at the game and then I got to catch up. But when I'm off, when I'm at home and watching it, I don't miss a play because I catch everything with Red Zone. And I watch Red Zone from noon till 7. And then they turn it off for the night game. But I just think that's the best way to watch football. I encourage everybody. I think NFL Red Zone is for sure worth it. But nonetheless, we as we sat here today and we break down the 2026 NFL schedule. Like I said, the season is here. We are finally made it. I think who was it? I think the Steelers start camp on Monday, the 18th. Whenever the 18th is, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, really quick. Speaking of Netflix, really quick thoughts on the quarterback season 3. Baker Mayfield, Jaden Daniels, Joe Flacco. I can't remember the other quarterback I saw. Did you watch the show Quarterback at all on Netflix?
Is that the one with
The Peyton Manning produced show.
Is
It
that
had
the
Kirk Cousins, Mariota.
yeah.
Okay.
I watched
So
that season. I don't know what they did after that.
Receiver
That's with the Debo Samuel and all that.
and Justin Jefferson.
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
tuned in.
Then they did another season of quarterback. I forgot who was in that one.
I
But
missed that one,
anyways,
but I watched the Mariota and I watched the Debo Samuel and Justin Jefferson one. Yeah, I watched that one. I like those.
because season 2 of the quarterbacks was Kirk Cousins was there again. Because I remember whoever was in there the first day won the Super Bowl. Who was it? Was it Mahomes? Yeah, I think it was Mahomes. Yeah, Mahomes in the first season of quarterback, and he ended up winning the Super Bowl. But anyways, so yeah, I know I saw Jaden Daniels, Joe Flacco, Cam Ward. So Joe Flacco, Cam Ward, Jaden Daniels, and who was the other one I said? I forgot what else I said.
Baker.
Baker. I'm a huge
Now
Baker guy.
Baker,
So
I'm gonna tell you now, Baker and Cam Ward's gonna make that show awesome. They
okay.
high character, not character, personalities.
Yeah.
Cam Ward. We seen plenty Cam Ward's messing with Shador in the pre-draft process and all that.
Jay Daniels got a great Jay Daniels got that outgoing personality too. Though, and I know the personality don't match the other three, but I'm excited to see Joe Flacco. I'm excited to see it from his perspective because
that was
I'm
That's
a fan of all that behind the scenes and what they do on I love that stuff.
Where's Joe Flacco?
I love all that stuff. So,
he just signed. He signed somewhere in the offseason. I can't remember.
I know. I'm about to get it now. Bengals.
Oh yeah.
He's 41 and his birthday is
but he
3
days
play after mine on the 16th of January.
Joe gonna play.
Huh?
Joe gonna play. Joe Flacco gonna play.
Well, no. The question is, where was he last year? Because was he on the Bengals last year? That's where. Because then he switched teams midway through the last.
Remember he was with the Browns.
And then he went to the Bengals.
It was the Browns. After that, I can't remember the Browns.
He went to the Bengals halfway through the season.
Was it?
Because remember, your boy got hurt. Remember, the Bengals had the other quarterback, and he had a great first week. And then I think he ended up getting hurt or something. But then the Bengals went and got Flacco.
Yeah, you're right.
So that now makes his story even better because now
they need to put my boy Jameis on there, man.
Oh no! That'd be great.
I'd definitely be tuned into that. I like him.
Yeah,
Ward.
that's gonna be fun.
I'm sorry for him that he got to play in our division because we gonna kill him. But
beat the brakes off.
Yeah, that's a nice lineup.
This ain't a plug, Peyton Manning. I wish if you come holler at me, then let me know. But Joe, those quarterbacks will be premiering in season 3 of Netflix quarterback docuseries that premieres on July 14th on Netflix. So make sure y'all go check that out.
I have before you leave, I have what's gonna be your biggest, if you can say right now, your biggest upset week 1, who would it be?
Let me look at. Let me give me a second. I saw somewhere where I can pull up the week one slate. I think it was on NFL.com. Give me one quick second. Week one schedule right here. Let me look at it. So I know I keep saying this, but earlier, I don't know if you caught it when I said that week one is always funky.
Yeah,
You never know what's gonna
yeah.
happen. So I don't even call it an upset because it's just anything can happen in week one, and I don't put too much on it. But if I had to pick something, do I see the Panthers beating the Bears?
Who at home?
Possibly.
Who at
They're
home?
they're in Carolina.
That's a
So
tough.
let me look at everybody else's schedule. The Buccaneers at Bengals, Saints at Lions. Let me keep
Man,
looking. The
stop it.
Bills at Texans. We know about that one. The Ravens at Colts. The Browns at Jacksonville. The Falcons at Pittsburgh. The Jets at Titans. The Cardinals at Chargers. The Dolphins at Raiders. The Packers at Vikings. The Commanders at Eagles. The Cowboys at Giants. The Broncos at Chiefs. Okay, so if I had to look really quick, I'm just gonna just going off of what I feel. The game that'll make me nervous if I was playing them, if I'm the Chargers, I'm playing the Cardinals because you got Jeremiah Love and you got Kyler Murray left. Kyler Murray's in Minnesota, but they don't have a quarterback. So no, I don't want that. No, I take that back.
I think, dude, the Cardinals. The Cardinals would have had the number one pick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not going to argue that.
They still got Geno Smith over there.
No, Geno Smith is in New York.
He went back to the Jets.
Yeah.
So who that
All right.
quarterback?
So I think I know where I want to go. The question DB asked me, y'all, was if I had to pick an upset for week one, who would it be? Right now, without no training camp or anything, I got the Saints going to Detroit and winning that ball game. The Saints ended the season strong. Tyler Shuck came to play, and I do think the Saints is another team that I have doubling their win total. I think the Saints will go to Detroit in week one and upset the Detroit Lions. The Lions they'll bounce back throughout the season, but I do see, like I said, week one, everything is crazy. I think that if I had to pick one more to go, I like the Panthers beating the Bears on week one too.
Yeah,
I think the Bears come in feeling themselves a little bit, thinking they about to take that next step and go and get knocked. Let's not forget the Panthers played the Rams tough 3 times last season.
the Panthers play who tough?
The Rams.
Right, right, right.
And so the Panthers, yeah, they're not they're not the best football team, of course, but that's a solid football team that did win their division last year and was this close to winning the playoff game.
Yeah,
So,
Bryce Young looked like he turned the page. Bryce
yeah,
Young
I think
turned the
yeah.
page. T Mac was a big help for that team.
Mm-hmm. But I
But
like the Saints. I like the Saints going to Detroit and winning that game in week one.
yeah, I'm not believing no Tyler Shuck.
I like it.
Not at Detroit.
Jameson
Detroit.
Williams.
This a big year for Detroit. This is a big year for Detroit football. For the Detroit football team, this is a big year.
And they don't got David Montgomery.
I mean, you got Sonic. Well, you got Gibbs.
Yeah,
This is a big
he's
year
one of my
for
favorite
Gibbs.
players. So
I think Gibbs fit to go crazy. He already
yeah,
went
he's one of my
crazy.
favorite players.
Yeah, Gibbs is. Yeah, I feel like the Lions is about to. This is a big year for the Detroit Lion football team
Hey,
because
spoiler alert. I get top 3 pick in fantasy. I'm going Gibbs. I'm going Gibbs. Even though Bijan was good for me last year, I'm going Gibbs.
yeah, I haven't even thought about that. Gibbs crazy though.
Horn Jordan doesn't say no troll. Y'all think y'all gonna no troll. Y'all think y'all really gonna beat us next year.
What?
Let me put it on the
Come
screen.
on, man. The Cowboys don't scare us. No troll. Y'all think y'all? Come on, man. Cowboys gonna be crazy. Cowboys gonna be crazy, but I feel like I have more questions going into a game against a team with a defense. The Cowboys don't have a defense. Y'all was the worst defense in the NFL. If not
I think they're gonna be a lot
32,
better. I think they're gonna make a
if
huge turnaround.
not, of course, everybody going. I don't. There's not a repeat of 32. I mean, you're gonna be 32 again or 31, but uh, it's gonna be that's gonna be the tell of the game. The tell
Yeah,
of the game is gonna be our offense against the Cowboys defense because
yeah,
Cowboys offense is top tier. Texans defense top tier. So that's gonna be a matchup. Cowboys might win this possession. Texans might win this possession. That's gonna be the tell. But the tell of the game is who gonna win? The Texans offense or the Cowboys defense? That's what's gonna determine the game. And then turnovers. Turnovers gonna determine for sure. Stroud come out there looking like Willie Lump Lump. Shit, it's over
Not
with.
Willie Lump Lump.
But you coming to NRG? The
Reliant.
Cowboys coming to NRG against this defense?
Reliant.
Actually, no, it's called the Houston Stadium. What it's called
Oh,
for the World Cup. For the
you're
World Cup
right.
right now,
You're
they
right.
call it
You're right.
the
You're right.
Houston
You're right. You're
Stadium.
right. It is called
Got the
Houston
World Cup
Stadium.
out here. We call it the
So
Houston
I'm so
Phenoms.
excited for the World Cup. That's a whole
But
nother
now that
subject. I'm so
Cowboys
excited
game
for
is
that.
gonna be I like that offense. I'm a big fan of that offense. But I don't
Yeah, and
think
I think Caleb Downs, Quentin Williams. I think them two alone is gonna. All they need now is to go find them another, maybe in the draft next year, another pass rusher. Um, Derek Stingley can't guard CD or George Pickens. GGs.
man,
Listen,
Stingley locking up Pickens.
now
Pickens not
Kamari
following
not
him.
gonna be able to hold him. I think Kamari's gonna get cooked that game.
Yeah, Kamari,
But I got Bullock.
Kamari can guard a Pickens. That type of receivers,
Yeah.
he not really shifty. CeeDee Lamb is gonna cook him. But Stingley don't travel. So when
Yeah.
CD going in the slot, and we got Kamari on the outside and Stingley over there holding. I don't know who they're gonna put on the outside. I mean, you going against Petrie and I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, stamp this a minute and 51 seconds.
An hour. 51.
Kalen Bullock will have 2 interceptions. An hour, I'm sorry. Already 51
You
minutes,
good.
20 seconds. Kalen Bullock, number 2, he changed his jersey. He would get 2 picks against Dak Prescott if he playing week 4 in Houston.
2 picks.
Kalen Bullock, that's my statement that's my hot take for the Texans.
I like it.
Kalen Bullock will USC fight on. He will finish the season as one of the top 5 safety in the game. All pro. I see an all pro season coming from Kalen Bullock.
I second that. I think Kalen Bullock is a phenomenal athlete. Kalen Bullock, we are huge fans. And boy, you played your behind off last. That was it a diving pick he got last year against the who was that? Was that the Bills? When he got that diving pick,
Man,
was that Tampa Bay?
I can't remember. I can't
remember, but it was such an incredible. I mean, we were at the game, right? We were at that game.
The
I think you
Bills?
was there with me. I can't remember. Anyways,
was that the game? I think that was the game
that you didn't make it through.
I ain't make it through.
No, I don't think so because Mike never went to the Bills. The Bills was on Thursday night last year. I think we played them on
Oh no,
Thursday night.
that was I don't know who it was, and I played.
That was one of them random games we went to. But like you said, I just want to, like you said, I think Kalen Bullock. I agree with you. I have no argument there. I think the Texans defense is going to be even better. I know it's crazy, barring injury. I think it's even crazy. I think they're going to be a lot better than they were last year. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see what we do.
I was talking to a coworker.
Mm-hmm.
I keep forgetting about white chocolate.
Reed Blankenship.
About white chocolate.
So if you think,
like, honestly, bro, like, I think about the Texans. I keep forgetting that we got him. I'm honest. I'm thinking. Because I guess I'm seeing all these videos. I keep seeing the videos. When they was on the sideline, it was Kalen Bullock, Stingley, Petrie, and Lasser. They all hyping each other up. Like, y'all can't.
Yeah, I know the video you're talking about.
Yeah, and I just keep thinking we got white chocolate.
I mean, we have Will Anderson Jr., Daniil Hunter, Caden McDonald, Aziz Al-Shaair. You know my boy, Henry Toa, my boy, Kamari Lassiter, Derek Stingley, Kalen Bullock, Jalen Petrie, and Reed Blankenship.
Come on now.
That's a heck of a team, man. That's a heck of a defense.
Now.
But
white chocolate,
I cannot wait for us to get started. We
finna get Reed grilled up. He finna go see Paul Wall. Come on, man.
Facts. It's gonna be a lot of fun. The training camp schedule will come out, I'm sure, in the next couple days. So I will be at training camp, getting some first insights of the squad. I'm so excited about that. Remember, if you're ever in Houston, you go into a Texans game, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I'm available on all social medias. Let me know you're coming to the game. You will be my special guest to the tailgate. Move them chain tailgaters located in the blue lot, section 24, along the tree line that goes right down the middle of the inner of Reliant and the Astrodome. We're in that tree line that go right down the middle in blue lot 24. That's the best way to explain it to y'all. But if you see me, you come let me know that you're a fan of the channel, you're a fan of the page, you're a fan of D Brown, you're a fan of myself. Come let me know. I'm gonna be in the DJ booth. We're gonna be turned up. It's gonna be a great time, and I cannot wait because week 1 we will be out there against the Buffalo Bills. So DB, I appreciate you for joining us on the show. I appreciate everybody for being a part. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. More sports content coming. The content has been slow with me and Flight, been taking breaks, been trying to come up with ideas, but tonight we're going hard. We just did the schedule release and we're coming back. Who knows, DB? I think he's gonna be asleep, but DB might join us back in a couple of hours for the Drake
man, I might release. It's Friday, man. It's Friday, man. If the chat won't be there,
you go to work like 4 in the morning?
Yeah, I gotta be up at 4. So
it's
Friday, so I might thug it out.
So we will be live again.
I might thug it out and trying to
listen. We're gonna be on here. Flight already texted me and said he hyped, so I'm excited too. We've been talking about this since the Wayne album. We said when we did the Wayne album party that we couldn't wait to do Drake's. So we are here. It's coming tonight. It's gonna be a long night. I'm gonna take this energy drink, go fix me something to eat in these little 2 hours. DB, appreciate you for joining on. We this is not it. DB, what is the name of the show that you're gonna be? I know you put in the chat, and I apologize for not remembering it right now. But what's the name of your show that you're gonna be debuting here in the upcoming future?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be Brown Talk. I'm gonna have my boy co-host. He saying that he gonna be kind of my guy to be with me. Antonio Brown, aka Bones, aka Waco, Texas.
I didn't know this is Horn too.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Okay.
See, look, okay. Our last name Brown. You didn't peep that. Yeah.
I didn't.
See, but now, we plan on, we still getting work behind the scenes. We're gonna try to debut around college football season.
Okay.
See, but that's what we're gonna try to get it off the ground. Of course, I got all my insights and all my excitement from watching Don't Cancel Me, Darrell, Flight. You know what I'm saying? They inspire me always. Try to do some of my own. You know what I'm saying? They inspire me, so I just finally took a step of faith and find somebody that I feel like will be a nice little co-host with me. We all me and him message every day, voice message, text messages all day. So
have these same conversations on camera.
Right. Just have it on camera, man, and just talk ball, man. Talk Brown, talk sports. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we look around at college football time, college football. I'm big in college sports. People don't know I love college more than I love professional sports. It's just more passion with the college basketball, college football. But of course, I'm gonna bring the NBA, NFL, all that with it. So what I'm saying? We just talking ball, man.
And we're not fit to have this argument here. Because we're about to go. I don't believe that. I don't believe it's more passion in college. But we'll say that. We'll save that.
You don't think
we'll save it. We'll save it.
You got to think the atmosphere. The atmosphere.
We're gonna save it. Let's get back on here. Let's record a video. Let's talk about it. Let's have fun. Because I think that's a fun conversation. Because I love debating about that to people. You love what you love, and I know it's okay. But I do have I think some great points on why I feel like the NFL has a little bit more passion in college. But this has been a great show. I enjoyed it. What is your team's record? What did you think about your team's schedule? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know. I will try to respond to everybody I can. Let's talk football. If you wasn't here, let's talk football in the comment section. And I'll see y'all in a couple hours for the Iceman drop. Peace. There you go. Oh, that ain't work. Hit it. Come on. Why is it not clicking? Click. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I got a family to feed, so I can't be lazy. I gotta smoke a little weed, so I don't go crazy. See, they been hating on the G, but that